All right, Jeremy Hazel here from 7 Seasons Studios, and if you like what you see and you want more, this comes from our class, The Ultimate Guide to Mockups in Affinity Photo and Photoshop, which is available in the subscription plan at the link below. So if you like what you see and you want more, click on the link below to check out how you can get all of our content for one low monthly price. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, folks, welcome back to Blender. So we're going to go ahead and using our select box right here, we're still in edit mode. Let's go ahead and change to object mode. We're still in wireframe. Let's just go ahead and delete that out. All right, so we have a blank scene, right? Well, what do we do with this? I've included in your downloads for this course a Blender model, and I've already taken this model to a point of doneness. I've already applied what's called a material to it. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how to bring this model in. Let's go to File, Open. We're not going to go ahead and save this. We can discard those changes. And now, this Blender interface is not as nice as some other software interfaces. When you get to here, what this is going to say is, we're going to look in whatever drive you've got. We're going to look for this file, and here are the files that you can choose from. So you're going to pull open base can with tin texture, okay? And it's a .blender file. All right, so your viewport should open, and this should be what you see. Now, let's not freak out here. Let's go and take this step by step. What you have over here is the scene. You've got a camera, which I've hid. You've got what is called a circle. This is synonymous with a can. So, this is your can. And notice when I hit it, you've got move the selected items. And then you've got some scene lighting down here. Now these little eyeballs say that it's either on or off, present or not. You don't have to mess with any of this. The only thing that should be on right now is your circle and not even your camera yet. All right, now let's do a basics of Blender here. And again, there are people who can absolutely model circles around me. So I'm sure that right now they're rolling over going, what is he talking about? Because I'm not going to use a lot of the more technical nomenclature here. And we're going to make this very easy. Over here along the right side, you see how my cursor changed? We're going to go ahead and pull this out. There are some tools down here along the right side, some different views. And so if we go along, notice how we've got the can selected. If we come into here, you can choose your render mode. You can choose your context. You can choose all of this. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to show you context materials. Okay. Now, what is a material? You see it's the little red tab right there. And you see how all of these talk about context? So in context of this can, I want to know what the materials are. Now, here's the thing with materials in Blender. Materials are applied to objects. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this particular material off. So this tin, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this off. All right, that disappeared. Now notice the model that was left behind. This model is just a collection of vertices, faces, and edges. That's it. The reason that it was a circle is originally it was a two-dimensional circle that then we extruded and we shaped and molded and modeled. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on wireframe here. And folks, there is the wireframe for this can. All right. So it's simply a collection of different edges, vertices, and faces. Now, here's the trick though. You'll hear this term. We're not going to worry too much about it. You see how these things are created from different points and intersections? This is what's referred to as an object's topology. So these little things, these little squares down here that are created could be, I'll say for lack of a better technical term, they're all polygons, which polygons means many sides, right? So most of these have 4 sides on them. So really this can is created of polygons. And now you see I just switched the view up here. Notice this. That's the solid mode. And then that is how it's going to render out. So what is rendering? Well, rendering is where we take that model that was created, add the materials that are going to be created, and then we snap a picture. So in reality, here's going to be the workflow. You model the can, which I've already done. You apply materials to the can, which I've already done. Then you set up your scene lighting, which I've already done. And then you will render it out. What we're going to do in this class is we're going to just apply this texture to it. Okay? So now in order to do that, I need to show you something here about what's called UV unwrapping. All right, so that's the basic workflow in Blender. Let's go ahead. I'm going to close this so that I don't mess this up. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this now from scratch. So go ahead and open up base can with tin texture. Blender's going to open up. And there we go. And we're ready now to UV unwrap. All right, we'll see you in the next one.